We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Welcome to GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio. I'm Ro Williams.
And I'm Trisha Mann Grant.
And this is the music edition. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Ooh, we got a great show today.
I know, we've got a bunch. I know, I miss you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a long time.
Well, for those of you who have been tuning in, prior to the Word Edition, we ran 2 programs of the Man Talk Edition. So hopefully you got a chance to check that out. But last week, girl, I was in studio. I wasn't sitting. I was backstage.
You were.
I was assisting.
You
but
were.
Pastor Dawn Turner Connor was in the house.
Oh,
and she had a representative from the school board here, as well as another pastor who was working in her community at the voting polls. And the topic was why it is important for Christians to get out and vote in this election or in any election. And so we had some callers call in that had some issues and some challenges. And girl, I mean, personally, I'm really glad that we have Barack Obama.
Yes, congratulations, Obama.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I don't know if you watched it and if you went through the anxiety that I did. I actually didn't tune in till it was like, okay, you need to get ready to announce because it's been all day. So kudos to President Barack Obama.
That's right, congrats.
Yeah, and for those whose candidate didn't win, this is the United States of America, and it's like it had. Mitt Romney got in, I would have to say, hey, God, so it shall be written, so it shall be done. So we just got to kind of, grab a hold of that scripture for you Christians that says you can do all things through Christ, including getting over the loss.
That's right.
Amen.
I love her. Yes, definitely congratulations. And we were also at the Kids in the Spotlight.
Yes, you were holding the red carpet, looking all fabulous. We got a couple with you and the little childrens. Kudos to Miss Jessie, who was one of our sponsors there. She, one of the partners, they were actually in studio our very first show this year in support of what we're doing here. So we want to give them some love because they provided the bags, and as you can see, the cute kitties on the red carpet that were participating in the program. And so it was really exciting. Also, some celebrities like Kenny Latimer came out. You interviewed him. So what was that like?
Oh, you know what? I met Kenny years ago, and he was such a sweetheart. He's always consistently been amazing and just been a warm, loving person. Kenny, I got so much love for you. I heart you, Kenny Lattimore. And always, I'm telling you, always interviewing him is a pleasure because he's just all about supporting, and that's what he was there for. He's so humble.
Speaking of supporting.
Think he's supporting what?
I seen somebody's daughter on the red carpet doing interviews. What was that like?
No. She did one interview because there was a guy that she watches. Was it Pretty Little Liars? I shouldn't even let her watch that. And for those of you who don't know, what's her name? Give her a shout out. My daughter's name is Dina Yoba, and so she said, "Mommy, I just wanted to take a picture with him," and I said, "You know what? Come here. Why don't you ask him a few questions?" I saw your face because you walked up and you were like,
"I think we do have a picture of that." I think I might have pulled a picture of that.
Rosina looked at Shantae and was like, "What is going on here? I got Trisha on the carpet."
No.
So why is Dina interviewing?
I knew you were breaking her in. You was doing a mama's thing. I am not mad at you. That's a little chicklet.
Right. And she started off a little shy, but then
girlfriend she was just on.
She did it. She busted out, asked a good question. I was like, why didn't I think of that question? That was really good.
Well, speaking of kids, what do you interviewed some of the kids that actually went through the program, and for those of you who aren't familiar with Kids in the Spotlight, KITSinc.org is a nonprofit organization that we support, and they afford at-risk youth in their foster care programs or group homes an opportunity to attend a 10-week training workshop where they go through the process of learning everything that goes into filmmaking, everything from the writing to directing to casting to makeup to just everything, all the behind the scenes, in front of the camera, the acting, and they actually write film shorts, and the celebration of the film festival, the culmination of their efforts. So it's so exciting to see them blossom, and I mean, you got a chance to actually speak one-on-one with each of them.
Right, and I think, what is this? Is this my second or third?
This is third year.
This is my third year being with you guys. Yay. And let's talk about Tai Jiki. Because she's the one
we got a picture of her and her little new baby. She was pregnant this time last year. But I got a picture of her and Ebony Jewel. That's the founder.
Is that her name? Ebony Jewel. She is a little ebony jewel too. Let me tell you, that little sweet baby. I just wanted to just take her and kiss her little
And
head.
actually, we have a picture of her and her husband when you were interviewing them
Antonio.
at the what was it?
I know the
Film festival.
American
Okay.
the PAF.
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Woods.
Right. Okay, David Wood, we know.
Pan Pacific Film Festival.
Yeah, you say it. You sounded better saying it. Okay.
Shout out to them. But today is the music edition.
Today.
So tell us about who we have in the house today.
Like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
We have C.J. Emmons. And C.J., he's been influenced by Chaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle. And I'm going to tell you, he's actually worked with Chaka Khan and Whitney Houston and Stevie Wonder. And he's a Grammy, well, let me stop here. A Grammy award-winning music engineer named Reggie Dozier actually said, putting C.J. Emmons in a box is like taking the guitar away from Hendrix.
Wow.
Now imagine taking the guitar away from Hendrix.
Wow.
That's what it's like if you put this man in a box, because he's got an operatic sound, he's got a gospel sound, he's got a pop sound, an R&B sound. He's all mixed up into one. So you're going to be entertained. Let me tell you, this brother's entertaining. Now it's hard to shut him up. So you can't just shut up C.J. Emmons. He don't shut up. You have to actually pull him off the stage and take the microphone away from him. He's here so I can say these things. But
we're gonna get to know him and actually get an opportunity to know him and get you guys get acquainted. He's actually going to perform.
He's amazing. Yay, C.J.
Yay!
And he's from Houston, so all you Texas people out there, all you Texans, how y'all doing? Make sure you support him. Make sure you support him. We'll give you his website and everything later, okay?
We'll be right back, so make sure that you tweet and get on your Facebook and any other social networking thing that you do. Tumblr, Instagram, whatever you got to do, make it happen, all right? We'll be right back with more GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio with your girl, Ro.
And your girl, Trish, Heaven's Party here on Earth.
I made the heavens smaller than the eye can see. Placed the stars in the sky, made the moon shining brightly. Woke you up with the sun shining through your window. Sing you a serenade every time the wind blows. See the earth in all of its beauty. It all came from me. Take the time to look above, and you'll know you can't sing about love without singing about me. Ooh. Singing about me. Without singing about me. Without singing about me. I made the clouds, even the air you breathe. Made you in my image so that you can be like me. My love is sweet, gonna make you happy. Such joy and peace, wanna give you all of me. It's the reason why you smile. It makes living all worthwhile. It will bring tears to your eyes. Yeah. So how you gonna sing about love without singing about me? Ooh, without singing about me.
This is Grow for Sickle Cell, and Sickle Cell has waged a war against our community, and it's time to fight back. What is sickle cell? Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder where your red blood cells do not get enough oxygen. Over 100,000 people in the United States are affected by sickle cell.
100,000 people?
Yes.
How can we help?
Join me today in the fight against sickle cell by visiting me on Facebook or follow me on Twitter at Grow for Sickle Cell. That's GURL4 sickle cell. Again, GURL4 sickle cell.
Let's stop the war today.
Hi, this is Susie Pruden. And yes, you've seen me on Oprah, Good Morning America, and The Today Show. And I'm inviting you to join me every Monday from 3 to 4 for my new show, Mastermind Live. Join us as we introduce you to the new thought leaders of the world who will inspire you, support you, and guide you to your next level. So don't forget to tune into Mastermind Live exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B or watch us on Ustream TV. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Hi, this is Dr. Levi, your fitness doctor, making a personal house call, inviting you to join me Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific for my all-new show, The Dr. Levi Show. Join us as we discuss fitness, health, and well-being, including emotional and spiritual health. So don't forget to tune in to The Dr. Levi Show every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, exclusively on latalklive.com and the Talk Live Broadcast Network. You can also catch us on iTunes, Radio R&B, or watch us on Ustream.tv, or catch us on the Live 365 network, and now on Radio Flag and Stitcher Radio. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Lord, I wanna thank you, cause you were there when I had nothing. You've been with me from beginning to end. No clouds in the sky, that's the reason why. You're the reason that I'm living. I was hurting, but I'm happy again. That's why. Lord, I wanna thank you, cause you bring the sun out, Jesus.
Hey, welcome back to GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio on LATalkLive.com. I'm Ro Williams.
And I'm Trisha Mann Grant. Hey, y'all.
What's cracking?
And this is our music edition.
Yeah.
Hey.
We have a very special guest here
Very
today with
special.
us, Mr. CJ Emmons. How you doing?
I'm doing very good. Very, very good. Very good. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I just had the opportunity to see CJ just the other night at Victor Orlando's big 60-40
60th,
celebration, 60th party. And he
Yeah.
only looks like he's like, what,
I
45?
know. I'm 40-something.
See, I want to
Yeah.
look that good.
Yeah. Can
in
we
a couple
all?
years.
Can we all?
Yes,
Yeah.
can we all? So what are you up to now? You did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you just you love to sing. You have such a passion.
You
for
know, it's my God gift, and I try to fully operate in it when I'm performing. So, yeah, I think the nicest thing anyone can tell me is you're doing a good job, and the nicest reply you can say is thank you.
Yes.
That's
there
all.
you go.
Just say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
thank God.
Yeah. Hey.
Give it
Amen.
to him, 'cause he
Always.
gave it to you.
Always. Yeah.
Now, how
Yeah.
long have you been in the business?
I have been in the business since I was 3. Since I was 3, I was doing local commercials and things in Houston and singing at everybody's talent show in Houston. I used to sing at talent shows with Beyonce when I was a kid, and we used to do talent shows and things together. And so I've been singing since I was 3.
So how does was it your parents who unearthed this great gift that you
know,
had? Like, who discovered you, really?
I just recently asked my mom that question. She didn't know I could sing. She said a friend of hers that I guess used to keep me or something, when she was working, you called and said, you know your son can sing? And she was like, yeah, right, my son can't sing, because I don't come from musical parents. Nobody in my family really are singers except for like aunts that are my grandmother's sisters and things like that, but nobody in the immediate household. And she said, yeah, right. So
she said, yeah, right.
Yeah. So
Right,
I think we were at a talent show in the community or something like that, and I started singing, and she said she didn't know what to think. She was like, where did this come from? And I remember my first song being Whitney Houston's A Few Stolen Moments, Here's All That Was Shared. And so
I told you.
that's what put it on. Yeah, that's what put it on.
Now,
Yeah.
you're only child. Do you have brothers?
I have an
and
older
siblings?
sister. I have an older sister.
How? Okay, so
Yeah.
is she marveling at your talent?
No,
Like,
my sister has a bunch of successful businesses in Houston. She used to dance, And no, but she didn't do anything in the arts at all. She would actually, her and the rest of the family would always get on me for singing too much. So
once you were out, I wonder what was the song that won you over. Was it the alphabet? Like what song were you rocking as a 3-year-old?
As a it was the Whitney Houston song.
Oh, that's
it was. And I remember that. I remember being at that talent show. My mom put me on a it was this 3-piece gray suit, and it had a light teal bluish
we need some pictures
thing. Oh yeah, it had a big old afro and yeah. And I remember I was humming the words because they played the song, and she was like, "You want to sing?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they gave me the mic, and I went on stage and sang it. So, but she said I was talking early. I was talking like at a year and a half. So, yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't have had you as a child.
Yeah.
Like, somebody take him.
I'm talking ever since.
Choke this child.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, listen. You mentioned Whitney. You've worked with her.
I did not get a chance to work with her.
Okay.
That was the thing. But the way God has blessed me with it, I've got a chance to work on everything since she's been, since she's passed. So I got to do all the major tributes that have been done with her, including the one that's coming up on November 16th on CBS, which is the Clive Davis Grammy Salute to Whitney Houston.
Wow.
And I've met her family numerous times. Her mother was absolutely wonderful. When I first met her, she was sitting inside of this room where they were holding different artists. And I was speaking with Ray Chu, who Ray Chu always books me in a lot of things. Shout out to Ray Chu and the crew.
Hey, Ray Chu.
Ray Chu. And she was sitting there. I didn't realize it was her. And so I went in to speak to Ray Chu's assistant. And when I walked in, she looked dead at me. And I said, how are you, Miss Houston? And I reached out my hand, and she actually gave me a hug, and she says, how are you, baby? And I said, I'm good. And she said, you look like a singer. And I said, well, I am. And gave her another hug, and I walked out, and I guess when I was in the hallway, I was like, Whitney Houston, mother.
She was so incredible of a vocalist. Incredible. Her voice was beautiful.
Her loss was definitely a shocker.
I don't think it's a day that goes by I have not thought about Whitney Houston. It's like a family member. I think, but just how, I've been just so blessed and fortunate to work on these major projects with her family, and just in honor of her name and her spirit. And I mean, every single, person for the last 30 years, I can say, has been influenced by Whitney Houston. I mean, every singer that is now has been influenced in some way by Whitney Houston, and I think that's huge, a huge accomplishment. And I know her mother said in an interview that's what she wanted for her daughter. She wanted people to look up to her daughter and say, she taught me something. So
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
So you have an album.
I do.
Let's talk about that.
It's coming out. I did release it. I did a soft release last year, and then I pulled it back.
What?
Everything is on God's timing.
Okay.
Seriously, everything is on God's timing. And I didn't feel it was right. Didn't feel it was the right time. And right now, I got a nice marketing team together.
Good.
And so we're gonna pretty much launch it later on next year. And it's entitled Whatever Happened to Christopher Jermaine. I've been keeping that title. And it's gonna be big.
And why did you
big.
name it that? Because that's CJ.
Well, CJ is Christopher Jermaine. But I guess the weird side of me is you remember the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, and starring Joan Crawford, Betty Davis. Oh yeah, why all baby dolls and all this craziness? Yes.
How, baby? How did you correlate the two? How?
Well, it's almost probably like a autobiographical album that unfolds. Like Usher's Confession.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happens, we're gonna find out what happened to CJ on this journey.
What's your favorite song on there?
My favorite song on there I actually have two that I love equally. One is Walk Away.
Okay.
And the other is Entertaining Angels.
And what's Entertaining Angels about?
Entertaining Angels I took from the scripture, beware of entertaining strangers because they may be angels in disguise. Yes. And the producer, there are actually two producers of this song. One is David Smith, who's also a fellow Texan. And the other is Grant Nicholas, who was the musical director for Maya and for John B. And Smitty, we call him Smitty David Smith, he had this track. And Grant sent it to me and says, hey, you know, we were on the completion of the album. And he says, you need a world track. You need a world track. I was like, I don't want to do no world song, man. He's like, no, you need to do one. You need to do one. So he sent me the track. And on a plane ride from Houston, I sang the lyrics into my iPod. And this lady who was sitting next to me, she says, you're a singer? And I said, well, yes, ma'am, I am. And these words came to my head. And I knew then it was literally God speaking to my spirit, because everyone who's heard this song either breaks out in tears, makes them think, makes them just want to do and be better. And so
and we have that
Entertaining
track,
Angels.
so.
Yeah.
When we go to
good.
commercial, we'll play that.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
You know, he actually wrote that song about me. All right?
Well, I
try to
did.
tell
Well, you
people all
know
the time
Trish,
they
because Trish is an
entertain me when
angel.
I'm around.
Yeah, she is. Well, I did write every single song on my album. I did write every single song on my album. Yeah.
Man, that's
Yeah.
good.
Well, let me add. That's an accomplishment. Now, what category of music would somebody who's listening who doesn't know who you are, your music, and you knew, like, what category of music do you fall under?
Do you fit Prince in a category?
He's in a category all by himself.
Yeah, he is.
There you go. I got
But
you.
if someone's scrolling through iTunes, like, where would they find your music?
You find me under CJ Emmons.
Okay, they just.
So I get what you're saying. What you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
R&B.
But I just want to add.
Is it R&B? Is it
well, it's not. It's not a gospel album because you have Entertaining Angels. I just wanted to make some clarification.
It's just in layman's terms, it is an R&B album. It's R&B, alternative R&B, because I sent you guys a lot of the songs that showcase just the smooth side, but there's also the pop rock stuff that's on there. I have funk on there. I have so I mean it's really eclectic. It's hard to put it in a box, and I meant for it to be that way because I do a lot of things vocally. I do a lot of things theatrically. So I wanted it to be
reflection of your journey,
right?
Whatever happened,
and I didn't want it to be put in a box. I mean, CeeLo Green, Janelle Monáe, they've opened that door. Bruno Mars, they've opened that door for young artists such as myself to expand and to not have their records being put in a box and just say, you know what, this is just good music.
Yeah,
and that's what it is.
Either you love it or you don't.
Yeah, you know?
And I'm sure you've experienced a person or two in your past that just didn't get you.
Oh, please.
Yeah,
of course. You know, I think that and there's a song for that too. But mostly I think that this album, because it is a personal truth journey, that someone can relate to it. I mean, there's one song that I have called Demons. I should have sent you guys that one. That's a good one.
I don't want no demon
song. No. This one is actually talking about This is actually a redemption song. It's talking about a guy who's been going through some dark demons, and the demons are calling him and they're chasing him. And the end of it, he goes to God. And so a lot of my things are Bible influenced. Of course, I'm a Christian. I grew up in the church. So and a lot of things are subliminal. It's really a well-rounded album, and I wanted it to stand out, and I want people to say, what did happen to Christopher Jermaine?
Yes.
So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I took myself out of a box that most people who come to my shows thought that I would do, and I did something that has been very true to me that I've always wanted to do, and you'll find that in whatever happened to ChristopherJermaine.com. Oh, I'm sorry, Christopher Jermaine. And you can also go to cjemmons.com and hear some of the tracks on there too.
And the other night when I interviewed you on the red carpet, you said, Trisha, thank you for remembering to call me CJ.
Yeah.
But yet your album is Christopher Jermaine.
Jermaine,
I get it. I like that whole thing. So that way people will know either CJ or Christopher Jermaine.
No. Christopher Jermaine is just actually the initials of CJ.
I know.
Everybody knows me, before NBC The Singing Bee as Chris. So, but I just wanted to let everybody know that CJ Emmons, Christopher Jermaine, same person, but just on a different level, different scale.
He's just trying to confuse us all. That's
I'm not. Well, I'm all the same.
I wanted to just scroll back a little bit. So you were discovered, your abilities were discovered at 3.
Yeah.
We fast forwarded, you've worked with Berry Gordy, Jennifer Lopez. What happened in between? We know, even Beyonce, we know she did so many things to try to get in, from Star Search to the girls group to a lot of rejections from different labels from her when her father tried to hustle her along. Like, what was your journey like between the 3 years to today? Like, what was it that was that pivotal person or that event that kind of brought you maybe to California, where it all began to open up for you?
You know, my mom was very, very adamant about me not necessarily being in this business, because she didn't want it to tear me down. She had, seen what this business does to kids, and she wanted this more for it to be a hobby for me. And I understood that because she didn't know what to do with me. I totally got that. She really didn't. But doing all these talent shows and stuff, she never denied me any part of me being creative. Like, if I wanted to write on the wall, she let me do it. If I wanted to put bulletin boards on her door, she let me do it. If I wanted to tear up magazines and make collages out of them, she let me do it. I always had a keyboard in the house. I always had a karaoke machine in the house. I used to hang my microphone from the ceiling fan, and I would play like I'm in a recording studio.
I'm telling you, could have been my child.
Right now. Somebody was going to do that right now. They're like, hey, where started that?
I mean, it was great practice. So I think when I started getting serious about it was at about 14. I entered my first professional production in Houston at the Ensemble Theater, and also at the Encore Theater with Mr. Harold Haynes down there in Houston, if y'all listening.
Wow.
And she said, okay, you're serious about this. So then we started doing talent shows, and then we started even more, and then auditioning, and again ran into Beyonce. Knew LaToya went to school with I, and so we were just in that whole circle. My mom, when it was time for me to get that big audition, which it did come, my mom was like, you know what? No. This is not for you. I'm pulling you out. You're taking your butt back to school. I don't want you to go through this. So she held me back from it. And I resented for a while. I had resentment because I'm like, Mom, this is my dream. This is my journey. She told me, she said she couldn't handle me going through anything that tremendous, and if I lost it, she couldn't handle it. So she didn't think that I had, enough in me to handle it either. So and then I didn't sing anymore. I didn't sing from 15 up until about 17.
Okay, so it was 15 when she pulled you out.
Yeah, 15 when she pulled me out.
And so that was a little bit traumatic for you?
Because I didn't, I wanted to focus on acting. I was like, fine, if I can't sing, I'm just going to be a straight actor. Boom, I'm not going to do anything anymore. I'm just going to act. And all my awards and everything from high school, in and outside of high school, are for acting. Like, I got a scholarship for acting. It was just all acting. And then I did a play in Houston called Dreamgirls, and that sparked it back up. So I was like, okay, I think I want to do this again. Because
you can have the best of both worlds.
Act and sing. But graduated high school, and I stayed in Houston, went to school, and was like, all right, what do I want to do? Do I want to move to California? Do I not? Do I want to move to California? Do I not? So I waited about 2 years, year and a half, and I packed up my car and my room and did not tell my mom I was leaving. She was in Mississippi visiting my grandmother. I told her I was going to my cousin's graduation. I had booked a flight. Little did she know I was actually in the car driving here at 20 years old. So, yeah.
So
and that's
what did she say? How did she respond to that?
She didn't find out until I was about 5 hours away. I was like in Phoenix.
She can't get me.
Yeah. It was your car or her car?
It was my car. It was my car. Yeah. She called me, and I got the voice message because my phone was in and out. I was in the desert. And when I finally got the message, she says, I hear that you're driving to California. So call me when you get this message. So about that time, I was like an hour and a half away from LA. Called her, and she was crying on the phone, and she was like, you know what? I know now that you're going to make it. And, you stepped into your manhood. I love you for that. And you go ahead and do what you got to do. Go ahead. She said, yeah.
My baby is gone.
Yeah.
I still would have gotten on a plane and come out here and spanked you behind. You didn't even say goodbye.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I mean, my mom wouldn't have let me go. I'm her baby. She wouldn't have let me go. So I had to make that step.
I got you.
Yeah.
So now she looks at you and she says,
she can't stop bragging. That's my baby. Every time I know my mom instills such great values in me. I mean, she her thing was always work hard, work. And my grandmother always said, you keep a roof over your head.
That's right.
And so with those two things being instilled in me, there was nothing that would hold me back. I mean, because I totally believe, the word says a man's talent will make room for him and bring him before great men. And I believe that. I mean, because it has. Right. So, I don't take anything for granted. I don't take relationships for granted. I don't take just meeting. I love what I do, and it's been very, very productive for me.
How did your friends adjust to the change?
I did lose a couple.
Yeah.
I did lose a couple. A couple of my friends were continuously seeing me on TV, and they thought that I should help them because they were not understanding the work that got behind me. Getting on TV. They just thought, oh, TV, pull me from Houston, help me. And sometimes it's not like that. And so I did lose a couple. Yeah, I did lose a couple.
It's really not.
But the ones who I've had for more than 17 years, they're still in my pocket. I love them. Yeah.
Well, with that, we're talking about Mama and Angels. We're going to toss to a break right now. Right. And this is Entertaining Angels. CJ Emmons.
Your brother who was hungry and alone on the street? Or did you turn your eyes thinking that could never ever be me? Does the change in your pocket give you more authority? 'Cause the change in his pocket is the reason he can't get on his feet. Yeah, but I ain't scared of helping a friend. It may be your time and your words that he's just needed. The truth is so far from you. Instead of running scared, you could be entertaining angels. You could be entertaining angels. Did you help the child who was silently speaking abuse? Or were your thoughts too busy overlooking the obvious truth? While you're running the race you ain't winning, your voice was needed to end his suffering. Harden not your heart so your ears can hear the inner you. But I ain't scared of helping a friend. It may be your time and your work that he's just needed. The truth is so far from you. Instead of running scared, you could be entertaining angels. Of helping a friend. It may be your time and your work that he's just needed. The truth is so far from you. Instead of running scared, maybe entertaining. A little girl with the secret of being raped. Little boy with no daddy who has heartache. To the man with the bottle who is swimming in debt. To the woman who ain't happy with a cheating husband. To the out-of-focus youth who are so confused. Don't let society rule the real. Take a break, relax, and know all is well. Look up to the sky and just ask. I'm helping a friend. It may be your time and your work that he's just
Oh, your skin looks great.
Thank you.
What's your secret?
Frankincense and myrrh oil by Ancient Essence.
Frankincense and myrrh oil by Ancient Essence?
Yes, it's a beauty secret used since the time of the Greeks and the Romans. This spa in Malibu told me about frankincense and myrrh by Ancient Essence, and now my skin is lovely.
Yes, your skin looks great.
Call Ancient Essence at 1-800-627-9813. Discover the secret of beautiful skin. Call 1-800-627-9813. Discover the secret. Frankincense and myrrh oil by Ancient Essence. Discover the secret of beautiful skin. Available at fine spas and beauty centers.
Hi, this is Julie Orlov, inviting you to join us every Friday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our all-new show, Pathways to Love. Join us as we talk about love and relationships and how you can create the relationships you desire. So don't forget to tune in to Pathways to Love every Friday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, exclusively on latalklive.com. You can also catch us on iTunes Radio R&B, Live 365, Radio Flag, and now Stitcher Radio, or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
Instead of telling me to my face you broke up with me over the phone.
Hey, welcome back to GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio, LA Talk Live, y'all. I'm Trisha Mann Grant.
And I'm Ro Williams.
Hey, and we've got Mr. CJ Emmons
What's
in the
cracking,
house.
everybody?
It's all about the music today. It's
Yeah,
all
I'm
about the
thankful,
music.
thankful.
I like that.
Thank you.
Entertaining Angels.
Thank
I really
you.
like that.
Yeah.
And that was Walk Away. Wait,
That
now
was
what's
Walk
that
Away.
about? Because we only got like a little snippet.
I know, we just got a
Walk
little
away. Woo! I tell
Uh-oh.
you.
Like,
It's partially autobiographical, and
What you walked away from?
it's and it's partial somebody else's story.
mhm.
One of the producers again, David Smith, he just broke up with his girl, and I said, well, tell me about it, and he told me about it, and I said, sound like you need to walk away. And he was like, nah, I just can't, because he kept talking about how, it was he would get happy when she would call him again, and then he didn't know where to put his feelings. And I said, you know what, man, I went through that about 9 years ago. I said, went down to Florida, was down there with my cousins, Christy Ferris and Jason Ferris.
Wait,
I know
And,
Christy. That's
you
your
know
cousin.
Christy?
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know you guys
so,
were
Ah.
and so,
because we did the play
and
with Christy.
so
Make my world.
went down there, and I had the track, and I actually wrote 2 different songs for the same track, and I presented them to both Grant, but I wanted Smitty to hear it, and I said, what do you think? And he heard the first, and he's like, nah, I like the second one. And you have Walk Away.
Oh, right.
And let me also say this, there were some talented musicians that played on the album as well. Mr. Jamie Arendt, he had a birthday the other day, and Mr. Tim McKay, and they're also wonderful musicians themselves, and horn parts and guitar, and also Josh Fowler. They all played on the album, and I really, really appreciate and thank them for doing that.
Happy birthday, y'all.
Yeah.
Scorpios in the house.
Yeah.
November 3rd, right here. November 3rd.
My mom was November 2nd, so
Oh,
yeah.
she's a special lady.
Oh yeah.
She is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But
That's
Walk
good.
Away, yeah, it was both of our journeys, and it came out. I remember being in the studio crying as I was singing it, and it's very therapeutic for me. So
I mean, it's something that you said to hear a man say. You're out of a relationship.
Yeah.
But you're still not out of it emotionally.
Oh
you
yeah,
get a
I mean,
call
you know
here
what?
and
We
there,
go
and
through that. I mean, it is we
very
we
transparent
put
of
up
you.
yeah we put up a facade because we men, and we don't really think that it's acceptable to show that side of us. But me, I was raised with a woman, so I got the sensitivity and all that stuff. So I have to learn how to pull back from it, because I'll cry in a minute. But yeah, it's there, and my emotions come out of my music. So yeah.
Good. You catch us at the right time. We'll cry. And
we go Oprah on you. Well, I was watching what's that? It was a Richard Pryor with the kids. I just was watching it this morning. I
Yeah.
can't even remember anyway. But the kids on the bus, and they're trying to get to Mississippi or whatever. I was crying on that one.
Yeah, I was at home
That was a
watching Hotel
vintage one.
Rwanda the other day and was just boohooing. I was like, oh, what's wrong with me? I'm like,
I
yeah.
saw one of those old coffee commercials when the guy comes home, from being in the army after a long time.
And you-
And that just did something to me.
And we won't talk about the YouTube
Yeah.
pet videos.
Oh man, yeah. I saw Mr. Rogers' YouTube video the other day. Was crying on that too. I was like,
You're going to make me cry right now.
Oh, Barack.
Mr. Rogers. No, Mr. Rogers has a. I was crying on that too. I'm like, what is wrong with
I was
me?
crying on Barack when he was crying. He was crying at
I
his
didn't
little-
see that. But
Yeah,
you know what?
Tears
I
are
love
good
our
though. They're cleansing. They're get it all out there.
Oh, it
Tears are
helps.
great.
Help you
Yeah.
keep from, laying hands on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now let me ask you, do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
ever get nervous? Because you're
Yes.
so confident on stage.
Oh,
And you know you got the gift.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I am-
liked the way you said that. Do that one more time.
You know you got the gift. The gift.
Yeah. We like
Well,
the
thank you. Yes, I am
Yes.
nervous up until the point of the song ending. I completely zone out. I sometimes don't know what I do. I sometimes look at videos and say, I did that. Like, oh, what's wrong with me? I put up a shield because it's entertainment, and when it's my stage, and anything goes with me. And I don't hold back. I totally operate in what God has given me. I fully operate in that, and it's like His presence takes me over, and I go for it. And thank you. You know what, Trish? Thank you for saying that, because a lot of people confuse the onstage persona with the regular person, and when they see me, they're like, "What's up, Devo? What's up, Super?" And I'm like. Right. Thank you for that, but that's not really. That's the stage. You know, that's at home. I'm chilling at home, eating. I cook all the time, and I have folks.
Off stage.
Yeah,
because, no, really, you are. I have to be honest. You are Is that the word? Misperceived. You are.
I am. Yeah.
By some.
Yeah.
And that don't really know you.
Yeah.
Because on stage, honey, I know you haven't seen him, but sis, he is like.
Well, you exude
beast.
a confident energy about you, which can be very intimidating to some that may have equal or lesser talent that feel like you will, take some of their shine.
And it bothered me for a while. It bothered me up until about, I'd say, a year ago. I just had to learn how to say, you know what? God makes me operate in this way. I don't take any, this is not me. I'm operating what God has given me, and I can't do it any other way. I'm not going to back down. I'm a fighter, and this is what I do.
Gotcha.
So, but off the stage, we can go chill out. Let's go get some, blow pops. Let's go get some food. Let's go to Pans. Let's go to Pans. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking of what God has given us, He has given us some callers. The number here is 323-247-7443. This is gospelrhythms.com. Talk Live Radio. Caller, you are on the air. Who are you, and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi, this is Aretha.
Aretha!
Hey, Aretha. Aretha Franklin? Girl, is that you?
Oh, this is another singer on the phone. Another singer. She comes from the famous Scruggs family.
All right. How you doing,
Aretha?
Hi, I've missed the conversation except what was just happening, but I just wanted to call in and say hello to my friend CJ.
Hey.
Oh, you supporting CJ.
What part of the country are you calling from?
I am always a supporter of CJ.
Good, girl. We love it.
No, we were talking about actually what you and I discussed one day. We were talking about how people confuse the onstage persona with the person who's on the outside. The one you sit at home with me and watch Netflix.
Right. I like Netflix.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear him? Aretha?
What's that?
Did you hear
She watching her soap operas, honey.
No, I said we were talking about what you said about, people confusing the onstage persona with who I just really am. The chill seat.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us, Aretha, who is he? We want the dirty. We want the
real
deal about Mr. CJ Christopher Jermaine Rodriguez.
CJ is a very real man of God. He knows who he is. I don't know, I've known CJ probably for the last almost 2 years now. So I don't know what he's been through. A diamond and a smooth stone, was once a hard rock. So I don't, sometimes life situations take through a lot of stuff. So I don't know all that CJ's been through, but I know that he is a very wise, experienced, not only vocalist, but really a man of God. He has spent time, he really spends time caring for other people and speaking life into them, especially artists. And so that is why I'm definitely a supporter of CJ. We have been through, we took some music classes together, and, we just had some very real conversations. And sometimes it's hard to be not sometimes. It is hard to be an artist.
Yes.
And to have people actually understand you and understand, that you've been given a gift. And, sometimes you have to push against everything to walk in that gift. And,
that's right.
That is exactly what CJ is. He's
well
a walking
said.
testimony.
Thank you, Reed.
Well said, Aretha.
With tears in my eyes.
This man is cool. You got it.
Now, your project, CJ, is a secular project.
It is,
so you being a man of God in this industry of entertainment, you've seen a lot, have probably been through a lot.
Yeah.
How is it challenging or how important if you maybe you can speak to someone who is trying to not compromise their gift or sell out or just stay committed to being a man of God or a woman of God and yet try to advance in the business of entertainment, what oftentimes they want to exploit or have entrapments to lure you to make you think this is what you need to do to get to the next level?
I have simply to say, to thine own self be true. You know the difference between right and wrong. You know everything comes with a price, regardless if it's good or bad. And I believe that if you totally just hang on to what your morals are, to what your beliefs are, and if you just want to do good and do good music and do, because we're talking about music, that your passion, your gift, your talent will make room for you. I have to rely on the Bible because his word says it. It will make room for you. If you just hold on, it will totally happen for you. I'm still in the midst of trying to get a record deal. Still in the midst of it. I know that it's going to happen because it's on my heart to get one. But the way that God has designed my career so far, I've done so many things back behind the scenes, as far as like producing artists, coaching artists. I was a judge, like the Simon of one of China's biggest talent shows called Top Idol. And I got an opportunity to do that for 4 years. And when you see that side of it, I'm also the artistic director over at Hori Pro Music, which is one of Japan's biggest record labels. When you see how your journey sometimes has to go to get what you want, then you know that, oh, okay, I am doing the right thing. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. So simply, to thine own self be true. Right. Do right. Don't ever compromise your morals. Don't ever compromise your Christianity. Don't ever compromise anything that will make you feel like I shouldn't be doing this. If you feel like that, you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
So, and to those young ladies out there who feel like that they have to expose themselves or things like that, trust me, I'm a man who don't want to see you like that. I want to see you represent yourself as a woman like my mom represented herself. So, yeah.
I definitely need to have you on Man Talk.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I want to come to that. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Now you mentioned earlier about marketing, and you have an entire marketing team. So what would you give? How would you give advice to someone as far as marketing is concerned?
As far as marketing is concerned, you have to know which type of artist you want to be. If you want to be independent and you want to, go that route, I didn't. And that's why I pulled the album back. If you want to, be independent, make sure that you're on all the social medias, and that you're doing shows. Like, you're just constantly putting your face out there, 24/7. If it's a little 10-minute spot, you got to sing it. If it's a 2-minute spot, you got to sing. Keep doing it, Okay. Just be seen. I say be seen. Don't go to every casting call. Don't go to every networking social event. Go to the right ones. Be around the right people. You don't have to do everything. Yeah. Do the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always do the right things.
And if you walk in a room and you get the spirit to walk back out, just walk.
Go ahead and do it. Yeah. Right. Always be led. Always be led. Yeah.
Don't compromise.
And as far as a big marketing thing, I'm kind of dancing around it because I have some things that are going to come out that I am going to talk about it later on. So just make sure that you guys go to cjemmons.com and just keep it locked in there because I got a couple of surprises that are going to come out.
cjemmons.com.
Emmons.com.
Well, we have a couple of cuts on here too. I want to just Now I have your pick. I have Just Be Friends, Therapy,
like that?
And Make It Funny.
Let's make it funky now.
Make it funky.
I
don't have my glasses.
No, you know what?
Make it funky.
Let's liven up. Let's play some Make It Funky.
Make it funky.
Let's play some. I gave a tribute.
Wait. Hold up. I picked.
There it is. Yeah.
Right. Does it?
I gave a tribute to all some of the fallen major funk artists who were my influences on there on the bridge. And it was like, you got James Brown who can put it down, the godfather of soul, his feet bless the ground. Isaac Hayes put bald heads on the map. Black Moses, so master, shut your mouth. So it's like all that's in there. So I love this song. Love it.
You wrote it.
I wrote this. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's actually David Smith at the beginning.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to this. And we're going to listen to this and come right back. Just a little bit. We can keep us on.
Keep calling in, y'all. 323-247-7443. We want to talk to you. We got Trisha Mann up in here, y'all. Come on. Me and Trisha go way back. Mike and Jockway. If you don't believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is nice. Now, do you dance?
I clown. Yeah. I clown. tell you
When you have a
sometimes.
show, you get down. Can we go on YouTube and check you out?
Oh
as
yeah,
well?
you can go just type in CJ Emmons on YouTube. You can see me clown. You can see me go in. You can see me hit those whistle register notes, all that stuff.
If they asked you to be on with the Stars, would you do it?
In a heartbeat.
Who wouldn't?
In a heartbeat.
Oh, great weight loss plan in America.
A
We
good
on
friend
it.
of mine, Carmen, she's the black lady that sings on the show, that wears the bindi.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very good friend of mine. She and I were on the Singing Bee together for 2 seasons on NBC. And in a minute.
What happened to the Singing Bee?
You know, when the writer strike came, we were pushed back. And then they preempted for, I think, Heroes and things like that. And we lost we had the largest audience on TV. We had over 13.5 million viewers a week watching the show.
And they just let it go.
And they let it go. They thought that they were going to rely on just the value of, we got this audience, we're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
And Heroes, when they put Heroes on, people were like, what happened? Then they
yeah.
kept changing our time slot. Then NBC canceled us. But then Phil Gurin, who's a great guy, he does the Miss America pageants, I believe, with Ray Chu, and he's executive producer on that show. He sold it to CMT, and now CMT does the version of the Singing Bee and things like that. So, but I'm gonna say it was a great run. I loved everything that allotted me. I appeared on The View, on Good Morning America. It was great. So yeah, it was great. Yeah,
Love it.
yeah.
And you are going to sing live for us today.
Yes.
Sitting there looking like a superstar.
So we need to set you up. So
I can sing right here.
Are you sure?
Can I? Yeah, I can sing right here.
Okay.
Well, in the spirit of the radio station Gospel Rhythms, I want to thank you guys in LA Talk Live for having me on. I appreciate it, Trisha, man. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you so much. And again, listeners, you can go to cjemmons.com to get all the news and updates on me. You can also go to CJ_Emmons at Twitter, and you will find me. And so, again, in the essence of what we're doing here, I do love the Lord. I praise him all the time. And I wanted to leave you guys with this.
Wait, before you do, apparently we have a caller on the line.
Go ahead.
So this is GospelRhythms.com Talk Live Radio. Caller, you are on the air.
Yes, you do have a caller after several attempts. God is good. He didn't let me get through.
Thank you. What's your name?
CJ was just about to make his closing remarks, it sounded like.
Well, it's okay, but we want to talk to you. So who are we speaking to?
This is Scott Allen.
Oh, my goodness. Scott Bud.
Sounding like Reverend Scott today.
No, you sound like a minister,
Yeah,
Scott. I thought you was
sound
going to
like a
start
reverend.
rebuking us or something.
Dropping a word
What
up in
y'all
here.
doing playing that music?
Right.
Making it funky.
Sounding like Reverend Scott.
Yeah. How are you, Scott?
I had a chance I wanted to get a chance to chime in and talk to my castmates.
Yes.
That's right.
And also my bandmate.
That's right. Now,
Yes,
Scott,
absolutely.
for those that don't know in the audience, we did a play called If You Don't Believe, written by the amazing writer, Mr. Michael Ajakwe.
Michael Ajakwe.
And Scott was in it. CJ,
Yes.
myself, Tatiana Ali played my
Yes.
little sister,
Denise
Christy
Williams,
Ferris,
Christy Ferris.
and we brought Denise on board to
Yeah.
produce it because we used all her music.
Yeah.
Tatiana sang all her songs.
And Mr. Scott Bugs Allen won an NAACP
Yes!
Theater
Yes,
Award.
he did.
Yes, musical director.
So what's up, Scott? Talk to us.
I'm just happy to actually be able to talk to both of you at once. And and I'm real pleased with what you got going on with Gospel Talk Radio. It's refreshing to hear us people in this business who can always give praises to God and show how He's moving in our lives and share it with the world and with our friends in the industry.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, and you're doing good. What are you up to, Scott?
No complaints. My band Third Scenario is still preparing to tour, and meanwhile, whenever I can, I get to work with the great CJ Emmons.
Thank you, sir.
That's right.
You know,
Yes.
so
And he
whenever
is
that's happening.
talented.
Thank you, sir.
He is talented. Yeah. Well, you know what we would love is if you could just share gospelrhythms.com Talk Live Radio with your friend Scott. Tell him to check us out every Sunday 4 p.m. And live, baby, because it's worldwide. You know. Woo. That's right. So we want to. In fact, since it's worldwide, we just want to give love to all the different countries and states and little cities and districts and everything out there.
Everyone listening.
Who do you know for sure out there?
I mean, we have listeners in Australia, in Africa,
Good day.
in Russia, Europe. I mean,
Hey,
everywhere.
Russia.
Hey, you guys. Thank you. We truly
know?
appreciate your support.
I was in London last year with Bobby Womack. So, hey, Europe.
Hey.
And Switzerland. And hey, Europe.
And we're about to give you guys an extra special treat. Now, what's the song you're going to bless us
Oh, well,
with?
wait. And we didn't say bye to Aretha.
Aretha,
we didn't say
I'm
goodbye
sorry.
to Scott. We just
They're
got to
gonna
call
stay
us.
on
I know,
the line.
right?
They're with us. They're
You
staying
still
with
hanging
us.
on? You going to
Okay,
stay
cool.
with us, Scott?
I'll stay with you.
All right, we
close
love
out
you.
with us.
Cool.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna end it with what started me with it. I'm gonna do Whitney Houston's "I Love the Lord," and if I may, is that cool?
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Is it?
I love the Lord. He heard my cry and pitied every groan. Long yes I live and troubles rise. I'll hasten to his throne. There you go.
You had me scared because you started in the stratosphere. I was like,
Where did we go from here? Nowhere to go but up. The
praise
gift
God.
is making room.
Yeah.
Well, it has truly been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
It's
I
truly been a
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
and we definitely.
The spirit done hit her.
oh, she can't even talk. This child is never at a loss for words.
I'm just saying.
God bless you. God bless you. You know, a lady at Victor Orlando's party, and I'll be really, really quick. I had never in my life had a person to cry for me singing, and that touched my soul so much, y'all. I mean, I cried with her. She came and she just held her head on my shoulder, and she said, "You know what? I've had no one." She was from Sweden. She said, "I've never had anybody to touch me like that," and she just cried. And I told her I give that straight to God because that's nothing. I don't do that. That's God.
That's right.
That's
You gotta
God.
give
That's
him
power.
glory.
My mama
Gotta
said
give
noise
him the
without
glory.
power is commotion.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Her name is Sandra too, by the way.
Sandra.
I met her.
Thank
She's nice.
you, yes.
We have a caller on the air? No?
Oh,
Scott?
Scott.
Scott's still on the phone?
Go ahead, Scott.
Hey.
Yeah. He's hanging in
You
with
want to
us.
say something about our buddy singing?
What do I want to say about it? I've gotten so used to it. Some people take for granted when they hear talent like
Right.
that.
It's like, oh, that's just
that
CJ.
place, but it's a very uncommon talent. Not only the talent, but the range and the humility of the gift.
Yeah.
So everybody doesn't bring it that way, and
That's
everybody doesn't recognize the source from which it comes. So.
Hey, man. With his
knowing him all these
superstar
years.
glasses on. Yes.
That's the cover of these
You know
bags.
what? If he didn't sing so good, I would have made him take those glasses off a long time ago. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the top of the glasses, the bottom.
said that's the cover of the bag. You
A
said
brother
yeah.
is tired.
Thank
A
you.
brother is
There go the
tired.
eyeball.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Okay.
A brother just is tired.
All right, put the
That's
glasses
all.
back on. You good? All right, so Scott, we thank you so much for joining us. Aretha, if you're still listening, thank you for joining
thank
us
you.
and
Thank you,
talking
Aretha.
to us and calling in. And Scott, we're gonna have to wrap it up, so we're saying goodbye to you. We
Goodbye,
love
everybody.
you, and we'll see you on Facebook.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we are definitely going to close out with another one of your songs. Let's see what this tune is.
Oh,
Just Be
yeah.
Friends.
Just Be Friends.
Be
Yeah.
Friends.
Just Be
I think
Friends.
that's kind of apropos. you
Yeah.
know?
And real quick, we just want to say hi to Rory Darvell, who has a show on December the 1st at West Angeles.
Yeah.
Rory has a show coming up, so let's go support him at West Angeles Church here in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
California.
It's 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. $8 before 10 p.m.
Yeah.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah. I'm just double checking. Oh no,
Restorations?
wait,
Is
no,
that the name
no,
of it?
actually, nope, that's another event because he's texting me so many events that he's doing.
Rory,
Well,
we'll try to have you on
I'm like,
before December December
Wait,
1st.
that's a Crenshaw. I was like 1 p.m. That's a little late. No, it's let's see.
Can I say one more thing?
Let me help you. Yes.
I just want to give a shout out to one of my vocal clients. Her name is Raven Hannon. She's in the movie Cloud Atlas with Halle Berry and Tom Hanks. She's one of my vocal clients. Hey Raven, she and I did a song together. It's big in Switzerland right now. Hello Nobu Yamamoto. He's a VP over at HoriPro. And Grant Nicholas, gnickmusic.com. Hit him up for any music. Scott Bugs Allen. Make sure you guys go see these artists when we are available in town, because Third Scenario, go see everybody.
That's right. That's his band, Scott's band, Third Scenario. And CJEmmons.com.
CJEmmons.com is me. CJ_ at Twitter. I'm sorry, CJ_Emmons at Twitter. There you go.
Lord, you got so many names.
Lord, I know, right? I know.
You're confusing me.
Jesus.
And
thank you, Trish.
So
yeah.
And I just want to do a correction for Roy DeVal Restoration at West Angeles. It doesn't have it has very sketchy. We'll try to have him here.
We'll get you in, Rory,
we'll get
next week, okay? Was that another phone call, Ness, or are you doing some special stuff over there? We love Ness. Ness is the best.
Ness is
the best engineer ever.
Sir.
You guys, thank you so much. This is GospelRhythms.com, Talk Live Radio.
CJ Emmons.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Emmons,
Just Be Friends you're listening to.
Thank you.
Yes.
CJEmmons.com.
My partner in crime, Rosiana. How you say your name?
Regina Johnson.
Rosiana Dotting Williamson. I'm Trisha Mann Grant. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
See you next week.
Follow me. Don't leave me, baby. Come with me. Ooh. Josh Fowler, ladies and gentlemen. Just wasn't our time to make it work right now. Maybe we should try again. I don't think so, 'cause I'm afraid about what if. Maybe if we just be friends, it may work in the end. Don't give up what's not planned.
Yeah.
In another time and place, we can go at our own pace. We don't have to rush, we can wait. Maybe if we just be friends, it may work in the end. Don't give up what's not planned. In another time and place, we can go at our own pace. We don't have to rush, we can wait.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live.